Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fishing ATX. It is day 3 here in Cincinnati, guys. It is the afternoon now, and I thought rather than coming out here and just fishing the pond, I'm gonna help you guys out, do a little educational video. Today, guys, I'm gonna show you how to fish a pond for bass and what I do to catch bass in these ponds, and like kind of how I break it down and how I figure out what lures I'm going to throw. So obviously, guys, if you've watched my last few videos, you've seen this pond is really stacked, so it's gonna be a really good example pond, but I'll kind of show you what I do, and I'll tell you how when I see a new pond, how I approach it, man, and how I catch so many bass out of these style ponds. And hopefully this video does help you guys out if you're having trouble catching fish out of ponds, or just you want a new direction on how to catch bass in general. This video should help you guys out a lot. But yeah, guys, we'll get right to it, man. I'm gonna show you all my steps I take in order to catch bass out of ponds like this. All right, guys, so first off, what I normally like to do at a new pond like this is I'll like to pick up a moving bait, something I can throw and cover a lot of water with, just say like a little lipless crankbait like this. So what I'll do, guys, I'll take this little lipless crankbait just like this here, and I'm just gonna cover some water, guys. I mean, if the pond has a bunch of weeds in it or something like that to where you can't throw a lipless crankbait like this, what I'll like to do, guys, is I'll throw something like a fluke to where I can, I can still use some kind of moving bait that's weedless to where I can cover some water. But since, guys, I already know what is in here and what they like to feed on, I'm not gonna throw the crankbait around very much because I have caught one fish in here on the crankbait. But this kind of brings us to our next step. Once you've used your crankbait and you've covered a lot of water, guys, and normally you'll find a few fish, you should catch a few fish doing this. What you wanna do, especially if the moving bait doesn't work that well, is you wanna try and slow down your presentation, and you wanna go slow. One of the best lures you can use at any new pond you ever fished before, guys, in my opinion, one of the best lures you can use, period, is just a little weightless Senko, just like this. This one's a little torn up because I was using it earlier today, but fish absolutely love these things, guys. They have such a good action on them. I mean, they are just lights out lures, guys. I mean, I catch fish in pretty much every pond I fish with them. Like, look, I already have a fish on it right now. Like, look, this is my first cast. First actual cast, and I already have a fish, guys. These weightless Senkos are just absolutely amazing at finding fish, man, and especially in a pond that's even more pressured, it really helps you find fish. And even the really finicky fish, man, tend to love biting this thing. Just a little guy there, let's get him back. But if you're looking to catch fish, guys, and catch a lot of them out of ponds like this, a weightless Senko is definitely the way to go when you're still trying to figure out the pond, man. And you might not catch always the biggest fish. Like, I have caught some nice fish, like actually my biggest fish of the year, 6.5 pounds, I caught on a weightless Senko. But they don't always catch you the biggest fish, but I promise you guys, they will 9 times out of 10 almost always catch you a fish. All right, guys, so my third step to fishing a new pond like this would be, once you've kind of figured it out, you've thrown a little weightless Senko around or something you're really comfortable with around a lot, and you kind of get a general idea of what the fish are biting on, you can start throwing lures to where you think would work. Like, for example, right here, this is a little caffeine shad color, which imitates the bait fish that are in here, which are shad. So you always want to try and throw something that looks like the bait fish that are in the pond. Once you do that, guys, and you find a lure that you maybe want to try out, you might not be as comfortable with, you can start throwing it around. But something you really want to look for is something just like cover. Like, you see all this cover right here, guys. It's not as sunny right now because it's later in the day, but normally in the middle of the day, it's really hot, guys. But all this shade and cover over here, these trees provide, really good shade for the fish, and it's cooler. So the fish will sit over here a lot, and there's a lot of bait fish too that'll stack up in these shallow areas. So bass will come over here to feed. And a lot of times, guys, these are absolutely stacked with fish. If you've watched any of my recent videos, you've seen that I've caught a bunch of fish out of this shade over here. We'll see if I can get one right now. So what you want to do is just skip it underneath something like that. And I think it may have hit up in the tree a little bit. That's all right. Get it out of there. So it's sitting back in there. See if we can get a fish come out of there. Sometimes we can get one. I mean, if you look at my last videos, you'll see that I've caught a ton of fish out of this little tree over here. It's not looking like there's one right now, unfortunately, but you can just continue to search around. Like, see over here, guys. All right, guys, just got a little bit distracted here. We saw this big grass carp, so I'm gonna try and catch it real quickly, throw a little bit of bread out here, and then we'll get back to the little tutorial video. All right, guys, back to what I was saying, though, before I get distracted. Another good piece of cover or structure would just be a little grass line, a little weed cover up like that. You guys see all that moss right by the shore. A lot of times take casts of a frog or something right near there. You can pull fish off of it. But guys, at the end of the day, if none of that works for you, if you do everything I just told you and absolutely none of that works, my main advice to you would be just keep walking around, try the whole pond, fish every single area of it with baits you're comfortable with, or something like a weightless Senko, that really catches fish well. Keep walking around, keep trying new spots, man. If none of that works, just keep switching up lures. And sometimes, I mean, it depends on the conditions, depends on the pond you're fishing. You might be fishing a really pressured pond. Sometimes you're just not always going to catch them, unfortunately. That's just fishing for you. If any of you guys fish a lot, obviously you can't always catch fish. But man, guys, if you follow those rules I told you about and just do what I told you and throw the baits I'm telling you, I promise you 9 out of 10 times you're going to catch fish. There's a fish right there. Just off that weed line on the little caffeine shad. Hopefully I'll be able to get you guys a bigger fish in this video. So far, both these fish have been pretty small, but you guys get my point, though. If you do what I'm telling you, it results in fish. With all that in mind, guys, I really hope you did enjoy these tips. I really hope they did help you out. And remember, if you ever have any more questions for me, you can always just DM me on Instagram. I will normally answer them. And also just leave a comment down below the video. I will respond to you guys if you have any more questions. But for the rest of tonight, guys, you're going to watch me put my tactics into work and see if I can catch any more fish. I've got you guys 2 so far, but if I keep doing what I was telling you guys and continue to fish the way I have the last few nights, we should be able to catch a lot more bigger and nicer ones. So hopefully tonight will be another good night for you guys, and I'll be able to show you what I'm telling you and show you how well it works, man. There's another fish. Another fish off that weed line, guys. Not a big one, but we're catching them. Number 3 of the evening. Let's get them back. You guys got it? There's a fish. Ah, just a little buddy. I felt him bite the cast before and then put it back there. Number 4, man. Not catching many big ones. It's unfortunate. The one video I'm actually trying to do a tutorial and show you guys how good this pond is. All I've caught is little guys, but number 4. Oh, I think I'm already getting bit over here. Another fish. A little bit better one, I think. Not really. There we go, guys. I mean, yeah, he isn't really that big. I'm just trying to do an instructional video for you guys, and they're just not that big right now. Number 5 of the day, guys. Still not any big ones, but at least we're catching them. Oh yeah, another one's on it. No way. There we go, baby. Another fish out of this corner over here, guys. That is just insane. Oh, whoa. Something else came up and tried to attack him right there. Another fish, I don't know if it was a bass or not, but another fish came up and tried to attack this guy. There we are, guys. That was weird. Another fish tried to attack this guy when I was bringing him in. Back-to-back cast, number 6 on the evening. Another thing I forgot to mention too, guys, if you ever find a spot like this, like I'd have right here, where you catch a fish, always take another cast back, because a lot of the times, guys, these fish, these bass school up, and there'll be several in the same spot, man. Like, there might be 3 here. There is 3. No way! 3 casts in a row, guys. 3 fish sitting there, and I got all 3 of them. There could be more. We'll take another cast back there, and we'll see if there's more. They're all about the same size, but man, dude, that is unbelievable. Golly. 3 casts in a row, guys. Back to back to back casts. I have not done that many times. If you're catching them in one spot, always take casts back there, because you never know. They could be schooled up, man, and they're really schooled up right there right now. 7 fish, 3 in a row. If the koi does come back, just don't touch it. Don't touch the rod. Let it just take the bait. Another fish on the Cinco. A little bit better one. All right, this is our first decent one of the night. Just keep trying, William. You'll get one. There we go, guys. Now that's finally a pretty decent fish right there. There we are, guys. Really solid. Easily 2.5, I would say. Just shy of 3. Really, really solid fish. Let's get her back. Well, alright guys, I really hope you did enjoy this video. Definitely a bit of a different video from what I usually film. Normally I just go out and just do some bass fishing. This time I actually went into depth and gave you guys a bit of a tutorial on what I like to do and how I like to catch bass. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this tutorial. It was, I would say, semi-in-depth, but what I plan on doing, guys, in the future is, if you did like this video, leave a like below and just tell me in the comments if you like this style of video, because I want to film a really in-depth video, guys, on how to become a better bass fisherman and really how to start from ground zero and go up on bass fishing, guys, because I didn't have anyone to teach me. I learned all of my bass fishing skills and techniques on my own, and I want to do the same for you guys. I want to teach you guys how to bass fish. So here in about 2 months, when I get some more of my videos uploaded, I'm going to make a video on pretty much everything you need to know about how to bass fish and how to become a better bass fisherman, guys. It's gonna be a really in-depth tutorial. So if you want to see that video, guys, it'll be linked at the end of this one once it is up. Obviously, it's gonna be a couple months till it's up, but it's gonna be super in-depth, guys. It's gonna tell you everything you need to know about bass fishing. So if you like this video, go click on that one, guys. It's gonna be a lot more in-depth, and it's gonna be a lot more information and knowledge in that one. I'm gonna kind of go slower and really break it down, guys, and explain the major aspects of bass fishing and how to become a better bass fisherman and fisherman in general, guys. So if you like this video, you'll probably like the next one a lot more. I'll have that up in a few months from now, but yeah, guys, subscribe to my channel if you want to be alerted as soon as I upload this next video, because trust me, guys, you're not gonna want to miss it. Anyway, folks, again, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time back out on the water.